February is considered the month of love and romance, but in the age of online dating, finding a soulmate has never been harder. My next guest believes that the key to a successful relationship comes down to 8 important topics. Joining me now is John Gottman, co-author of 8 Dates, Essential Conversations for a Lifetime of Love. Welcome.
Thank you, Elsa.
So you have become famous for your ability to predict with 90% accuracy if a couple will get a divorce. How is that even possible?
Well, you know, it turns out that we really select people to have a relationship with who are really very different from us. We're not looking for a clone. But then some couples make the mistake of then trying to turn that person into us. You know, we point our finger at them and say, you know, here's what's wrong with you, and you need to be more like me. And then the relationship kind of devolves into an infinite cycle of criticism. And that's what allows us to predict with such high accuracy.
What is the most important thing a couple can do to have a happy and healthy marriage?
Well, they really have to accept their differences, and they have to learn how to enrich the relationship with those differences. So we wrote this book so that people would go on these romantic dates, but not leave it to chance. So we designed questions that would open the heart and rekindle curiosity in one another. A study in Los Angeles, for example, found that dual career couples talk to each other an average of only 35 minutes a week. And most of their conversations, excuse me, were about errands, who's going to do what when. So they weren't really connecting. They were ignoring the relationship. And so we designed these 8 dates and had 300 couples go out on these dates so we could fine-tune them so that these dates were fun and interesting and really got people to connect with one another.
So with the weekly dates, that's really important to keep it up then, hey?
Right, exactly.
How can 8 dates help you know if the person that you're dating is actually the one?
Well, you know, most people say that, you know, dating is really a very tense experience. It's kind of phony. You know, you don't really get to know that person. The conversations are superficial. Maybe there's too much alcohol involved. Well, here we supply questions that kind of open the heart, open the mind. You know, ask them questions like, well, what is adventure like for you? What is fun and play like for you? What do you need in lovemaking? What does money mean to you? What's enough money? Why are you earning money? What does your job mean to you? What does it mean when you trust somebody? What do you need to be trusting? What were your parents' relationships like? And all of these questions kind of open the mind and heart and get people to really know who they're dating.
And if you could give one piece of advice for all couples universally, what would that advice be?
I think it's not ignore the relationship and go on these 8 dates. You know, read the questions, get ready, and have the date, and then you'll find out who it is that you're with.
John, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.